year. Just can you speak to the job he's done to get this team where it is?
Yeah, I think this is part of his big picture. Maybe when he got here was just having a competitive team, year after year, and have a window that's hopefully always open. I mean, that's the dream of the league, right? But I think when you look at our roster, just the different ages you have, different levels of ages. I think the future's bright here for many years, but obviously with this opportunity in front of us, looking to take advantage of it.
Third row on the right, Sean.
I would think that in the playoffs you get to the second round, third round, there's a little bit of let's just keep doing what we're doing. But what kind of mindset has to go into taking on a new opponent from round to round?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the mindset, it stays similar in the way of, focusing on yourselves, focusing on your team and what's gotten you to this point. And then, when you're facing different teams, you got to focus on different players as well. When you play a team like Colorado, you got to know when McKinnon and Rantanens and McCarrs are on the ice. When you play Edmonton, same way. I mean, they got superstars over there, guys that can, take over games. And when you're on the ice, you got to be aware.
I'll do one more. Your coach, your GM, they talked about the idea of the veterans needing to maybe take a step back so that all the players on the team could kind of take a step forward. I wonder what that looks like as a veteran, because I know you believe in your hockey skills and you believe you can get out there and do something in the game, but what kind of decisions do you have to make in your head to be able to take a step back and share the responsibility for the betterment of the team?
It's just the thought process of what the end result is. I think a lot of guys on this team, especially us little older guys, have, we've made our money. We've been through so many different attempts at the success, and we've all been first line players, first line power play guys. Probably could be in other teams, but you put it all together and you have different guys buying in and doing different things. It just makes you such a deeper team. It's hard to describe the feeling that we have when you have these guys that are doing different things and getting outside their comfort zone to have success and really have team success. And looking at the stats after the game and looking at the face-off percentages more than the goals and assists or the the plus minuses, things like that. Just having that buy-in makes you a deep team, and that's why we're here.
Fourth row on the left, Ryan.
Chris, a couple of years ago, you saw what it looks like when McDavid and Draisaitl get ramped up. How frustrating was it for you? Because we know you weren't healthy. To be in that series, wanting to try and shut those guys down, but not being, up to speed health-wise to be able to do it. And what do you expect in that challenge this time around?
Yeah, obviously 2 years ago didn't go how we planned in Calgary. Some crazy games. I think had a nervous breakdown watching the first two. I think I don't know what they were, like 9-7 and 7-6 or something like that. But those are the type of games you can't play against Edmonton. They're too skilled. You can't give them that many chances. They're going to score. They're too good of players. So I think it comes down to all 5 guys on the ice doing their jobs and being prepared. It's not one guy that can stop those guys. It takes 5 guys and a goalie. They're that good.
On the right, Jim.
Chris, there's been a lot of talk about your fit with this group, and I'm wondering if it makes any sense to turn it around. How does the group fit you?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think everyone welcomed me so much from the moment I got here. It's not easy coming to a new team, sort of 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way through the year. So guys like Segs and Benner and Joe and Ryan have welcomed me with open arms, and that's a huge component to being able to go out there and play well. And then as Tyler was saying, we have such a unique team where we have really good 20, 21, 22-year-olds, and then we got guys that are 38, 39 that are still playing great. So, it's fun to come to the rink every day. just seeing the different groups of guys, the different age disparities, and it's been a pleasure so far.
We'll go back on the left to Ryan.
Connor, what would you say? What role will physicality play in this series? Do you think? And what's your team's approach to, bringing physicality to a series? How high a priority is it?
I think it's an important part of playoffs. I think you're generally more engaged, competing on pucks. I don't know if we're a team that, says before a game we're going to, target this player and run through this guy or whatnot. Looking around different series, I think there's been more physicality in some different areas. I think our first round against Vegas, there was a ton more physicality maybe than against Colorado. Maybe Edmonton's going to go the other way. I don't know. I think it sometimes depends on the speed of the game. But our main focus with all that is our discipline and frustrating other teams with our discipline and how we compete on pucks, whether it's hitting or winning a stick battle.
Anything else? Oh, sorry. We'll take one more.
Chris, you were asked about kind of touch on Edmonton a little bit earlier with the series from a couple of years ago. I just wonder, from all your experience playing them, including a few times this year, what's the biggest difference you see in that team compared to the series a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I think they've changed how they defend. I think they changed their system this year, I believe. So there's obviously, since their coaching change, I think their neutral zone is tighter, their D zone is tighter. So I mean, they're trying not to play in those 7-6, 9-7 games as well. So I mean, they're a more structured team, and obviously with tremendous amount of talent and a very, very good power play.